I don't want to hear about it. Okay, so Mr. Hungry Headcrab sitting down on stream with us right now. That, oh my gosh, that was one of those sets where I was just getting way too hyped about everything you were doing. So tell me about it. Tell me about the mentality that went through it. First, tell me about the first set that you guys had, that Game 5, like knocking them into losers.
Well, it's easy to get into the mindset that, just bad things are happening to you because it's a Game & Watch.
Yeah.
But, for the most part, I'm doing things wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And, just like take a step back and realize what I'm doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then not do those things anymore.
Yes, that adjustment. I can definitely see that.
Because, I want to just be bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And sometimes it is when it's up throw 9 and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, I ran right into that down tilt at the end of Game 2 on FOD and died at 30%.
Yeah.
That I just shouldn't have died there because, I should have died there because I did a bad thing, but I shouldn't have done that. So, I need to,
Yeah.
You still need to
clean up that stuff a little
to
bit.
things because there are things to adjust to.
Absolutely. So, did you learn anything about the Game & Watch matchup in particular between Ganondorf and Game & Watch that you're going to be able to take away and use for other games after this? Because it definitely seemed like between the two of you there was some adaptation, and especially towards the end of that.
We've played a lot
game.
in the past.
Yeah.
So a lot of it was just adjusting to the fact that my blatantly bad things weren't working on Peter as much. Because Peter has gotten hit by a down B more than anybody else in the world.
I was screaming
and
the whole time. Peter's sitting here next to us, and I'm like, dude, Peter, I was screaming at you the whole time. Every single time you died from bad DI, I was just like, Peter, no! Every time! Yeah, just not enough.
It's if I see him do bacon, I do a down B because most of the time I can get there.
Yeah.
But I have a tendency to do really bad random ones, especially against Peter because he's let me do it before, but he stopped letting me do that as much.
Yeah.
I'm trying in general, it's easy to just kind of do things that just repeatedly with the chance that it'll work, and I've gotten away with that for a long time, but I'm trying to be more thoughtful in my processes.
Yeah.
Which sounds dumb as a Ganondorf player to not be thoughtful in your processes, but I feel I need to do more.
Yeah, some of the scariest foxes I've seen are the foxes that play dumb for a second and then get right back into what they were doing. Like just standing still for a moment and then moving again, that kind of thing. But yeah, you definitely do toss out a lot of those down Bs in the neutral game. But yeah,
well, a lot of times I'm trying to only do it when it actually makes sense. So if I see somebody they do an aerial away from me to just try and create space, it's if I do my down B here, they shouldn't be able to deal with that at all because their hitbox will be gone and they'll be in that little bit of landing lag. So if I'm on point of realizing, this character is doing this. And that's, a hard thing to learn because it's in every situation. Yeah. And every character, you have to learn all the little ins and outs that you can do.
Oh yeah.
But it's hard against Game & Watch 2 because a lot of things are unclear. So it's pretty much if I see him do a forward air far away, maybe I can get a down B in there.
Yeah.
Just as it's going away. But if I just hit his down B, then I'm in a bad situation.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of stressful things because a lot of things just aren't clear with Game & Watch.
Yeah. Unless you really know Game & Watch and you're just eyes on him the whole time.
Yeah, because at that point you're not using visual cues so much. You're counting frames to know when his hitboxes aren't active anymore.
Yeah, you're not using your visuals to play the game.
Because that's what happens when Sakurai puts a character in the game that's from little LED watch games.
Yeah.
It's he can't have animations because
he has 2 frames.
We didn't have animations back then.
Yeah, exactly.
You turned this light on and then he was holding a chair.
Yeah.
That's just how it was.
So yeah, it's very, very hard to read the movements as they come out. And Wario's kind of in that same kind of thing. And speaking of that, there are actually a lot of situations where you would down throw him and you went up for the neutral air and you hit him with the first part, and then he actually traded with the second hit of your neutral air with his up air because it comes out fast enough.
I don't think that ever happened.
It did happen, yeah. It was super weird, and Shanks didn't know what was happening, and I was like, oh, okay, hang on, this is what happened. Yeah. And then there was that time where you we thought that Peter was maybe going to get a 9, but he pulled out a 1 and you up tilted him or up aired him at the same time, and it was whoa, he went to 21%. Oh, he must have pulled a 1. So yeah, there's all those weird situations. From that match, what is the most memorable moment, I guess, that you'll take away?
Right at the end when I realized I might actually clutch it out.
Yeah.
And I have a bad tendency to if it's game 3, it'll be I'll have the lead, and then it'll be man, it would be awful if I just lost and like got 3 stock comeback on, and then I'll lose 1 stock and it'll be like, it's happened.
Yeah, and then
I'm just panicked, and that lets it happen.
Yeah.
But it was like I got the like second to last stock, and it's like, okay, I just have to play correctly, because if I space properly and I try to be like good Ganondorf, smart man, I can deal with Game & Watch. Yeah. Like at the end of the day.
Yeah. I think that Ganondorf is actually a fairly solid match.
Yeah, it's weird because Ganondorf sucks, just pretty blatantly.
Yeah. It's the same thing with Bowser. But like, it's the characters that suck that can beat the best character in this game.
But like Game & Watch like doesn't overwhelm neutral, and that's the reason why the big giant characters lose a lot of the time, is because they get overwhelmed in neutral and can't do anything. Yeah. But because Game & Watch is
he's actually
he holds out
almost slow. Like
he's decently fast.
Yeah.
And he has a decent dash dance and a decent wave dash.
Yeah.
That's all you really need.
I love Game & Watch's movement. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Like, I wish that was on another character.
At the end of the day, it's like I have my answers. I can deal with Bacon if I'm smart. Mm-hmm. If I see him doing an aerial misspace, I can do a side B. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, I can do it. And if I ever land a down throw and he DIs it wrong on Battlefield, I can kill him at 60%.
Ooh, and how would you do
down
that?
Throw up smash.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
On
not behind DI, it'll work. Oh. And at the bottom of Battlefield, it'll kill at like 60%.
Oh, jeez. That's like Bowser up there.
Yeah, I think DI away makes it harder, and I'm like kind of bad at spacing it entirely properly.
I think it also pops him up higher, so like by the time he falls into that range,
it's mostly his tumble animation. Like he has like a wide tumble because he like holds his whole body out.
Yeah.
So like you can land some things that you wouldn't think you would. Same thing with like Mewtwo. It's like you can do like down throw up smash on Mewtwo at percents that don't make sense, because like he's just like twirling around, and like the very like tip of his tail will be there. Oh my
god, yeah. I get so many rests off of just that shit, or like missed rests, because like Fox's whole body, like he'll be here and then his whole body will spin and I'll totally miss me. I'm terrible at this game. So yeah, dude, are there any other matches that you feel were noteworthy? Yeah,
power up. I lost game 1 super handily. Game 2, I came back after losing 2 stocks in like 20 seconds. And then game 3, like the same thing happened. I lost like my first 2 stocks in less than 30 seconds, and then I like 4-stocked him.
Oh god.
I think I might have lost my last stock, but I don't think I did. But it was like I should have lost. I did lots of bad things, and he played an immaculate like left right game. Like
dash dance.
Like if I did a down B or if I did a dash attack, every time he would shield it. And and a lot of time when I did a side B, he would be ready with a nair or like something similar there. And that matchup is, I think, harder than people think. Roy Ganondorf.
For which character?
For Ganondorf.
Okay.
Because like all of his moves are fast. He has a sword. He has good left, right, and he can shuffle. And that's like, a lot of people take that for granted when for Marth. Like Marth doesn't he
does not
throw out a bunch of forward airs.
Yeah,
Like he has like short hop double fair, but like at the end of the day, he's not like fair, down tilt, fair, like real quick, like low to the ground, like like
I actually
putting
feel
out
that
a bunch of stuff.
Roy, in my opinion, is technically faster than Marth.
That was the old argument in Melee.
Yeah.
Like well, he can shuffle stuff, but then it's like
but
none of his moves are good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was the problem.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But now that his moves are good, it's like he does kind of feel faster in certain ways, which didn't matter in Melee.
Like his aggressive combo game. His combo game is so much faster. His aggression is just faster. Marth's advantage is that like he is slow and kind of floaty, and so he'll throw things out.
Marth's advantage over Roy is that he'll kill you at 20%, whereas Roy's advantage over Marth
whole 40%.
Whereas Roy's, it's more like he can still kill. Roy can still kill you at like 20%. It's not as like easy or as like guaranteed for you, whatever. But Roy will that's kind of what we're saying. Like he's faster.
He's faster in certain aspects, but certain aspects Roy is absolutely faster.
But Roy he doesn't have a Marth zone essentially. He has like back air and forward tilt, and his side B is better for killing. And like he'll just murder you, like not needing to combo out of it. So he doesn't have like Samus stuck at 200%.
Yeah.
For like a minute and a half.
Yeah. His kill shots are definitely kill shots.
Yeah. But Marth will like boom, 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 down at dead. And
yeah,
and so
yeah. So yeah, if Marth is on tip and on point, he's better than Roy. Yeah. Okay, well that's good, man. How'd you feel about that first? So tell me about that 3-0. Like, what was going through your head right there? You're saying like, oh man, like.
Well, I think it helped that I had the 3-0 comeback before because it was like all is not lost. I have another set.
Yeah.
And if I had lost that game 1, it would have been over. I probably would have gotten 6-0 if I didn't win that first game.
Ooh, really?
I think so. I don't think the mentality would have been there for me if I had not won game 1 of set 2. I don't remember exactly how it went, but I think I was on my last stock.
Yeah.
At the very least. I don't remember the circumstances of everything, but
it was definitely not like the second game that you guys had where you were just like fucking so crazy all over Peter. We were screaming in here. Like
was it?
It was insane. I mean,
yeah, you won.
I'm sorry. This the third game.
Game 2 didn't you four stock me? Yeah, was that set 2?
No.
Because I quit out of one. I quit out of one game.
Yeah.
I was set 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Game 2, set 1 then.
Yeah. That one. Yeah, that one was really rough.
Yeah. I was a little salty, and I think I just needed to reset my brain a little bit. So
First set, Peter was on you.
Yeah.
And
it required some adjusting for sure. And it's a very stressful game and watch versus Ganondorf for both sides. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because if I get a grab at 80%, he's probably dead. Just down throw forward air.
Yeah. Because of the confirm. But it's like the same thing for you. Is that
it's like the same thing for me 80. Is like if he lands a grab or if he lands a back air, then it leads into so much more. So long as he doesn't miss that. And I think the big thing was he was edge guarding me way better than he ever has before. He was going out there and like Ganondorf is doing down B. He will be right here forward air, and that's exactly
got in the way of the forward beam.
That's exactly how you deal with Ganondorf because the hitbox stops at his knee. And
I thought they moved it to his foot.
No. Okay. It's the same as in Melee. Same as in Melee. And he has lag coming out of it. The hitbox disappears and he does a little twirl before he can jump and everything.
Yeah.
So if you put yourself there where he does his down B, you get a hit every single time.
Yeah.
Or even if you're beneath him, you just put out a hitbox and you beat him just about every time.
Okay. So it's more
that's more
looking at the bottom of the down B?
Yeah.
That's what you want?
So Tyler will go out there and he'll perfectly place a back air. He'll just run up an up air.
That's what I'm thinking. I'd try and horizontally cut it off mid down B so you wouldn't even.
So Tyler does that every time, and I've had to learn to not just down B immediately like I want to, and be real mindful about those. And I've told myself in the past I don't have to do that against Peter because Peter is more afraid.
Yeah.
But Peter started doing that, and every time I would down B, I would get fucked up.
Yeah.
So I had to readjust in the middle of the match and tell myself I can't get away with this anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's been a little bit since I played Peter, since before Smash to Sigma, I think.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he's leveled up. He's leveled up.
He's doing good. Peter said low tier 6.
I don't think I can. I don't think I have the days off possible. Because I just started the job and they're weird about how hours and stuff function.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens. Well, speaking of adjustments, as we were saying, that back air covering Peter's recovery, I saw that as one of the biggest changes to the whole
That's the
game.
thing about Game & Watch is he's really hard to edge guard at the ledge, and it reminds me of fighting Chevy in 3.0, where it's I'm not allowed to do anything to try and that's not as true with even Game & Watch.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to do anything to stop the recovery. I just have to cover the ledge options. Because in 3.0, Samus could drop her tether and tether 3 times total, and also a million other things, and tethers. It was super busted.
Yeah.
And if I tried to do anything, I died instead.
That was the version where it was just dude, it's so good to be on ledge. You don't want to be anywhere else.
Yeah.
Because everyone has so many great options.
So I've done a lot of practice there and Samus has better ledge options there, hard, but, Chevy didn't know them at the time. I'm just I'm trying to just poke with back airs. And Game & Watch has not a great ledge dash. He can throw bacon, but I can back air and hit that. He can put out a forward air, and I can just go right above and back air. And it's tight spacing sometimes in a lot of scenarios.
Oh, yeah. Especially with that forward air, as you're saying.
But, it's definitely there.
Yeah.
I can, cover those options, and, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty different, turning window to air.
Yeah. Yeah, there was there was definitely more back airs landing in that second set. And so that for me, like when I start seeing people punishing Game & Watch and his recovery, specifically his recovery, like that's really where I start seeing the like games shift.
Yeah, no, it's really hard, but if you can do it, it's like how you have to win. Like, because Game & Watch is weird, you know, because like he can die early, but he refuses to die early.
Yeah.
Because like in your head, it's like, okay, he's like pretty light, and he's not like a super fast faller.
Yeah.
If I land a good vertical kill move, he's just dead.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
If I land a good horizontal kill move, he's probably just dead. But like sometimes this is like I'm never going to get that kill before like 120%.
Yeah.
If I don't get that specific setup or this sort of whatever, because it's like
his recovery is so good.
Because he has the ledge grab boxes that are way above his head, and like so I can like try and put out Tipman, but I don't think that works if he sweet spots as perfectly as possible.
And
but I'm not even positive of that in all honesty.
Yeah. You've been doing a little bit more, but yeah, like most Game & Watches don't sweet spot. That's their biggest problem, in my opinion.
I don't understand how Zeddy is so much worse at recovering than Shockbound was or Peter is.
Yeah, I mean,
like just like they're.
I can
it's
say
just like
the same
I watch
thing about DKs and Bowser's.
Well, it's just
like I watch them miss their sweet spots every single time, and I'm like,
it's not even about the sweet spots. It's I feel like I hit in the same exact scenario. Like I would hit Zeddy, and he would like up B, and he wouldn't get far enough. But I would hit Peter, and he would come back.
That is a thing. Max Game & Watch angle.
Yeah.
If you start the up B, you have to hit over.
I don't know if Peter does that.
Do you do that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know Shockbound definitely
but
does
like,
that. Who won?
I did.
Dude, your boy won. The man getting interviewed right now.
I got 3-0 set 1, and then I went to game 5 set 2.
You guys should watch that. Watch that set. Like it was really good on both player sides. I was watching some really amazing things. And like definitely some adjustments were made on both sides. Wow, going in hard. But yeah, that was the biggest one that I saw. And then Peter, you finally started DIing moves at a certain point, and I was so happy because he stopped dying at under 100% to like really obvious hits.
That was a funny thing when we were just starting. Was that Chevy was the last one of us to learn how to DI because he just kind of like didn't need to learn in 3.0. Because it was like, oh well, I lived anyway,
Darn.
And then he bombs back and it's just bloop bloop bloop, just re-tethering the ledge infinite times, and then
Oh my god.
Samus in 3.0 was actually insane.
Oh my gosh.
Like people don't realize, but her bombs.
But no, I remember.
Her bombs went right through shield.
That's right.
You couldn't shield bombs, so
God.
guaranteed bomb nair. If Chevy was, could logic that out back then, it would have been a horrible thing. Zaire was way better.
Oh my
Holy shit, Zaire.
So many things about so many characters. I still remember like 2.5 Sonic, which I ran.
That was,
like
that was a classic.
You would beat people that you couldn't normally beat in 2-on-1s.
2.6 Ivy.
Like, oh yeah, 2.6 Ivy.
Infinite razor leaves.
Yes, dude, that's
Insta murder back air.
I love it. Yeah, it's
like
Ivysaur is like the one character I feel that like was new. They put lots of work into, besides like Roy and Mewtwo, I guess. But like, they really evened out Ivysaur. Ivysaur is still really good, but
I think Ivy is mostly like in a good place.
Yeah. Ivysaur is like what I'd wish they had made all these characters, if that makes sense. Like, she is good, but goddamn, do you have to pay attention. And like, the spacing is really good too, but there's so many situations.
Razor Leaf back then was pretty much like PK Fire on shield.
Yeah, it was too much.
It was just like, you have a guaranteed grab the moment you put a Razor Leaf out.
Yeah. And like, they even neutered PK Fire as well.
That's good. That's
good. No, it's definitely a good thing. You
missed
the Super Bacon?
Bacon.
Fuck you, Peter. Just kidding. What version was that in?
3.0? Maybe it was 2.6.
2.6? Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah, no, it was pretty dumb to it was slow moving, and then you touch it and you're in 10 years of hit lag, and then you get murdered at like 80%, and you're like, why?
Why do we sometimes get this? Oh, its hitbox is bigger too. Cool.
Nobody thought that was a good idea. I don't understand how it got pushed through.
Everyone on PMBR.
They were like, well, it's like, we're making everybody insane because Fox is insane.
Yeah.
What if Super Bacon?
Excuses.
It's like, oh, well,
what? This character's random. Let's do it.
Well, I mean, it's like, it's Game & Watch, guys. We can do that shit. Nobody cares.
Why? Like that would be the same as if they're like, you know what? Why doesn't Peach just every once in a while, 1/64 chance,
get a beam sword?
Yeah, she'll get a beam sword during her forward smash. Like that's fine. And it'd be like, actually, no, that's not. Let's not do that.
Except the chances were way higher on Super Meat. Not to mention you just put out a lot of fucking neutral Bs. At that point anyway.
Yeah.
It's a lot more tame now with the only 2 having hits done.
Yeah. And then the rest of them going through. I remember like my game against Peter, and you had started doing that to me. The one set on stream that I managed to take from you, and like you'd started doing that, and then you popped out a whole bunch of fake bacon, and like maybe hoping that I didn't know, and I just like you started talking about it too. He's like, well, now if Kick knows because these ones don't have knockback. As you say that, that's mine. Yeah. I hopped up through the dead bacon and was just like, fuck you, Peter, coming in for it. So yeah, like that shit is nice.
You looking to get out of here?
Even out.
All right, I should probably get going. I'm holding up Upper Brandon getting home.
Well, congratulations on your win. Big win. ESS,
here's the thing. I win the inaugural monthlies. That's the rule. Right after the first Northwest Majors I ever went to, before, like right when 3.0 was fairly new, I won the Olympian.
Oh boy!
Remember the Olympian? You
No,
don't, because
no,
it only happened once.
Because you won it, and then everyone fucking won.
But I won singles and doubles, and that paid for my brackets for like a year.
Oh my god, that's wonderful, dude! It's so nice to like win and be like, oh, I don't have to pay for entry. It's beautiful. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. All right. Well, take care, buddy. Good win today. That is gonna wrap up the most of what we have here on our ESS monthly. Who won the money match? Shanks. Or sorry, not Shanks. Power Up won that one. Yeah. I think they definitely played more than 5 games. Anyways, thanks everyone for tuning in. I really hope that you enjoyed these games. I surprisingly enjoyed these games like crazy and got very, very into it. We are hoping to make these monthly events much more common. So I hope to see you guys out here for that kind of thing. And as with these events, as usual, you don't make it through pools. That's fine. We have an amateur bracket, and even when you enter, you're still going to you're going to get your money's worth out of it. So we hope to see you guys here. Jubilee Reach in Bellevue. Next Sunday, we're going to be doing it, and monthlies. Monthlies are coming. Well, they're here, I should say, but another one is coming soon. And I hope to see you all here. Everyone take care. This is Kick signing out.